How's it going, folks? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Minfilia has been waiting patiently for us. We had some new items that I actually didn't equip under recommended gear, so that's what we got on now. There you go, Tataru. Minfilia is greatly concerned by recent developments concerning the Council of the Alliance leaders. Grim tidings, Dan. It seems that the word of the Ultima's weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering, yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Dan, and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. To the Royal Promenade. Or I could just take the ship, right? Why would I bother doing that, though? Why would I do that? In urgent tones, Minfilia reveals to you that Gaius van Balsar has issued the Alliance leaders with an ultimatum. Oh, that's right, there. This always happens after I take a little bit of a break. Forget that I can actually just click on the 8th right. It'll take me right there. The Royal Promenade, thanks. The Chamber of Rule. Alright. Gaius van Balsar has issued the Alliance leaders with an ultimatum. Even now, they are discussing how best to respond, lest they make an uninformed decision and inadvertently seal Eorzea's doom. It is imperative that Minfilia be given an opportunity to plead her case, make haste to the Royal Promenade, and ask Bartholomew to admit you to the fragrant chamber. We're level 48, heading towards 49. At level 50, it's samurai time. I think I've been talking about this for like the entire series. I'm quite excited about it. Bartholomew. Oops. The Council of the Alliance leaders is presently in progress in the fragrant chamber. I must ask that you step away from the doors, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're here on behalf of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lord. Of course you may enter.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Balsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12. Though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, nor can I rightly claim that Ulda is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Reborn. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alphinode, Minfilia, and Seven Hells. Master Garland?
And you, dear friend.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Gallians' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the Primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Gallians' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Aye. Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Reborn?
Sid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war. Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Reborn, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round, on account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
Done. Okay. Speak with Minfilia at the Waking Sands. Got 62 of these Aetheryte tickets. It's good for us. We certainly need them. So hopefully everything is now being cleaned up. Step back into our base. Our secret base that nobody knows about. Except everybody. Minfilia.
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, Grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Sid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this!
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm, and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them. Yet remember this. However glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends. Let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Complete. Oh. What? Operation Archon? Level 49. Wow, okay. Haven't had this happen in a long time. So I've got to go and get some experience. Get a little experience. What do I do? A side quest or something? One of these quests. How about you, Slafwis? Has a plan that requires an adventurer's aid? Read the riptides and the winds and brace yourself for that coming storm. Learned as much as I sailed, as much when I sailed as a yellow jacket, eh? The wisdom of the seas has served me just as well on land. The beast tribes are a storm in the brewing, and neither the scions nor the city-states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I'd start with the kobolds. I reckon they've grown a bit too big for their britches of late. One more thing I learned as a yellow jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, I've a mind to round up some new allies. In Camp Overlook, you'll find a crew of pirates who've given up pillaging and plundering and now fly the flag of the Maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the kobold menace, but I've a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Might you travel to the Camp Overlook and speak to Commander Blowitin in my stead? You'd be doing us a great service, aye. Lanor Sayar. All the way to Camp Overlook, sure. Lanor Sayar. Alright, where are you, sir? You're over here. Adventurer, eh? With a message from Slafswiss, you say? Hey, a preemptive strike to take the wind out of the kobold sails before they can mount an attack? And she'd recruit old buccaneers like us for the effort? Well, this one, even Admiral Merwib has her hands full with the damn beasts. Why, that's either the most barnacle brain idea I've ever heard of, or it's the most bloody brilliant. I'll confess I had my doubts when I heard she was leaving the Yellow Jackets, but I see that wench is as salty as a sea dog as ever. Oh, this should prove most interesting. And now I click on him, he's going to tell us to go and take out the kobolds, right? Commander Blowitin has an idea on how you might win over his men. Well, we may fly the flag of the Maelstrom now, but in years past, me and me crew were some of the scurviest pirates to sail the seas, traded in our Jolly Rogers for the crimson and black. When Merwib assumed the admiralship, aye, our days of pillaging and plundering may be behind us, but a pirate never loses his nose for treasure and glory. If you can convince my crew that there's fortune to be had in fighting the kobolds, I suspect you'd find them most agreeable to joining your cause. Say, for instance, if there were a healthy bounty for any buccaneer who made a name for him or himself in the Kobold War, I believe something like that might be arranged. Why don't you convey that message to my men? Hey, you want to make some cash? A bounty on the kobolds, cups of grog flowing over bottomless bowls of grub and buxom wenches on each arm, aye, that sounds like a right tasty proposition. Yeah, where did I put me cutlass? He's gone. What about that axe on your back? I've been meaning to buy a new peg leg for me hobbled mate, but this bounty you speak of will let me do just that. Raise the mast. Tomorrow I set sail for kobold territory. Red Swallow, private, second class. I swore to myself that my pirating days were through, but deep within I've always wanted to long to sail the open seas again. Aye, this is the chance I've been waiting for. I don't think you're going to sea though. The kobolds on the sea? Maybe she just means she wants some action. A bounty for fighting the kobolds. Well, why did you not say so sooner? I've never cared much for the scurvy beasts. You tell the captain I'll be sailing east on the morrow. Alright. On the morrow. I see you had little trouble winning over my crew. I once a pirate, always a pirate. The skull and crossbones of Limso set sail once more, and I pity any beastman caught in their wake. This experience I'm gaining is not convincing. I don't have long to go till I get to level 49. Maybe it's better I go and find a decent level fate to jump into. Oh, let's see where this goes. Operation Crucible down. GameolioDan could use your aid in creating a diversion. Well, we can't let me men have all the fun now, can we? What say you join us in a little operation that's sure to hit the kobolds where it hurts the most, in the Crucible. As you know, the beasts pride themselves on their alchemical skills. We've located a hidden storehouse containing a prototype for a new Crucible. I don't know what it's capable of, but I'm not of a mind to find out. I'll charge you with drawing the kobolds' attention while me levy sees to the Crucible. Take these makeshift bombs to Iron Lake, where you'll find stores of sundry provisions belonging to the kobold army. I trust we'll know what to do from there. And mind you, the bigger the explosion, the better. Right. Use makeshift bombs to blow up kobold supplies. GameolioDan has a mind to destroy a new Crucible that all the alchemically inclined kobolds have developed, and has tasked you with creating a diversion. Travel to the Iron Lake and use makeshift bombs. These kobolds are pretty big. They would take Candle. Yeah, I probably want to stand back from this. Even where I was right there, it's a little bit too close. Ground targeting mode. Another one down. Oh, it's a fate. Glad I can get Barry out. This level 44 is pretty tough by himself. For 14 minutes to take it out. Spirits within. 20% left. That'd be worth a bit of XP. Worth nothing. That tiniest little dash. I mean, it's not nothing. It's pretty good. But when you're looking at your bar, you're thinking, oh, this will take me over the line. No. No, it won't. Done and done. Report. Hey, get away from me, bomb. Get out of it, bomb. So we don't really need to get over the line so we can get to the next quest, because the next one's level 49. And then I imagine the one after that, if there is another one after that, will be level 50. Hopefully the main quest will give us more experience that we need. Good work! Well, I reckon I heard those blasts all the way from here. You'll be pleased to know what the operation that was a rousing success. The Crucible is no more. Oh, this should keep the kobolds quiet for a spell. Nothing like the pleasure of a job well done. I reckon the grog we guzzled tonight will be the finest we've had in months.